Yo, Guesty here, and welcome to episode 15 of my Let's Play. Today we are going to be looking at making a mob spawner and an XP gainer also. Well, the same sort of thing. It's the same thing, but the only difference between like your traditional mob spawner and one that gives you XP is the fact that a XP will not actually kill the monsters, and you should be able to usually just punch them and finish them off. So that's exactly what we're going to make, and no better spot to do that than, if you remember, the zombie spawner that we found back in one of the earlier episodes. I've just got to remember where it is. Alright, here it is. I'm sure it's in here. So if we get in there, you'll notice that in here is the zombie spawner. So basically we've got to set up this location here so that this spawner will, shoot out zombies, still spawn zombies, but as soon as those zombies spawn, essentially they fall into some sort of water channel and then get sent somewhere, and I think the best way to do it is have them drop. So they'll drop a certain amount of blocks before, not quite kill them, but just to almost kill them, if that makes sense. So you could just hit them with like maybe your fist or some sort of like stone sword or something, just so you can get the XP at the end. So I think to start off, what am I going to do? I think you need to be like right near the zombies, or right near this area anyways, for them to actually spawn. I'm not exactly sure how close, but I know it has to be close. So I think like I'll set up maybe this side here, over here, this side here as where you sort of stand and get to kill them. So I think first off what we'll do is get rid of these weird looking cobblestone, and I have to put down some more torches because I don't want zombies spawning in here while I'm around. And then eventually I reckon we'll be able to move on and fix this whole thing up. So it's I'm gonna have to maybe think about this and work it all out as I'm going. So I might just do a few cutscenes and give you updates along the way. Right, so I've just run out of pickaxes, but I've made some good progress on it. So as you can see, I've got a bit of a box for the zombies to spawn in, and around the edges is all like channels, and that's where the water's going to flow, and the water's going to flow and eventually push the zombies into this little slot here. Right, so I've just run out of pickaxes, but I've made some serious progress on this. So as you can see, I've sort of dug out the whole room and made it a nice sort of square area, and I've got a bit of a spawning pad for the zombies to spawn on, and then around the edges I've got channels for the zombies to fall into, and there'll be water in these channels, and the water will take the zombies right around and hopefully get them to this little slot here, in which they're going to eventually fall down. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it though, because I ran into a bit of a problem down here, and it's that my slime farm is actually just below this. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to try and maybe even have a look to see if there's a way of getting mobs to travel upwards instead of having to put them 23 blocks down. So that way you could even potentially, I'm not exactly sure, but potentially make them fall and land like right near you. So say you're here, you can make them fall and land here somewhere, or I'm not exactly sure. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, but I will firstly go upstairs and get myself some buckets of water, and also some more pickaxes and some more spades and some other supplies. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, I've got my infinite water supply set up. I've got my supplies, some glass, because I want to actually be able to see what's going on inside this this spawner. So I'm just gonna make it something like this. I think that should be fine. And if we just make this up a bit higher, then we should be right. Right, so we're making some good progress. I've sort of built this screen to watch the monsters and also to protect you from them. And I've also put the water in the channels. So I'll share this water, what I've done. If I can get up here. So I put my first bit of water in here, and then that water travelled to right there, I think, because the water only travels 8 blocks without dropping a level. And then I had to dig out the whole channel 1 level lower, and I put another water in there just where it dropped down to another level. And then just so happens that both of these streams of water met right here but didn't flow into this final block. So then all I had to do was dig this down a final layer and then put another bit of water in, and then that water is flowing now just into this pipe here. And I went on to, what is it, YouTube or Google, and looked up how to make monsters travel upwards, and there was actually a video on it. So all it requires is signs and water, and so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to have to go make a few signs first, and I haven't got much wood. Should be enough though, at least to make a few. So we'll make a crafting bench, and then we'll make some signs. Oop. So I don't know if I've actually shown you. I have shown you how to make signs, but you make a sign like this, and I'm going to make quite a few of these. Might make 6. Well, if I think about it, I need to get these monsters up. I think it's 20 something levels before they die. So if I'm to get them up 20 something levels, then I'm going to have to use like 12 of these essentially, I think. 12 or 13 of these, which is quite a few actually. I don't even know if I have enough room in my inventory for that, but we'll see. So I've made my signs now, and the basic concept behind this technique is you basically have a level of water and then a sign, level of water, then a sign, and so on. And the monster is going to try and get to the top surface of that level of water. So every time it does that, its head's going to then again be in water. So it's going to want to get to the next level of water. And the advantage of that too is that they're not going to drown, because in between each layer of water is an air pocket. So all I have to do now is place a sign here, and then water. Hang on, that didn't work. So problem with that is I need to have another block here, I think. So I need to have a block. So I'm going to get rid of this water that's sitting here first, because we don't need that at the moment. Crap. Jeez, I'm stuck here. There we go. Gotcha. Alright. So I think I need to have another lot of blocks. Actually, a sign will do it. I'll be able to fix that with another sign. So if I place a sign here, and then I might even place another one on top of it just to be safe. In fact, I'll need another one too, because all this water is going to keep flowing outwards. So those signs there will stop the water from flowing out from this channel, or this pillar column of water, out into here and wrecking the flow of everything. So then if I get rid of this again, and then I'll just travel. Actually, I'm going to have to start from the top. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to collect all my signs up and get some water going, and then I'll travel up as far as I need to travel, and then I'll start going downwards, because we're going to have to do it in reverse in order to do it easily in this survival mode. It'd be easy if I had fly to do it, but I don't, so we'll have to do it this way. Okay, so I'm at the top of my little tower, underground tower that I've made. And this here, I'm pretty sure is the 23rd block. So when the monsters fall off, I think they're going to fall 22 blocks. I think that's the right number. If not, it's not too hard to change up. All you have to do is just make this whole area up 1 level higher. And I'm sure I'll find that out very soon when I go to test this machine. So what's going to happen is the monsters will come up to here, and then the water, I'll have some water which will flow from here and around to here, and the monsters will drop off, and this will be the hole where they fall into. So now all I got to do is do the elevator to get up to the top. So I think this one obviously has to be a sign. This is either going to be right or completely wrong, so we'll just have to wait and see. And then this one becomes water. Now if I dig down one and put another sign in, it should get rid of that water. Yep, cool. So then you'll notice that that got rid of the water, but I can sort of flow up very easily actually. So this is essentially what's going to happen to the monsters when they're actually in here. So I put another water there and then a sign just below that, so it's here. Cool. So now look at that. That's pretty cool. So I'm basically going to continue this, get down to the bottom. Hopefully I haven't done it around the wrong way. If I have, that'll be annoying. But anyway, so I'll see you in a minute. Well, now that took absolutely forever because I kept having to refill water and get more signs, but it's finally done and I hope it works. So I'll show you. We'll be able to go through it actually, and if we look up there, you'll see that it just continues on. So if I hit spacebar, because assuming the monsters are going to get in here, and what they're going to do, they're going to try and jump. So what happens is they'll jump and then they'll keep jumping because their head will keep going into the water, and they'll keep traveling up and up and up, and eventually they'll get to the top up here, and there we go. So then the monsters are going to get to this stage, and at this point here I think I've actually got to delete these blocks here and let them flow around this way. Yeah, alright, so that's what I wanted to happen. And then if I get rid of this sign and place it down one level, then the monsters will flow into here, and eventually they'll make their way down and fall through here. So even though I'm disobeying like one of the major rules in Minecraft by digging down, who cares? We'll just see what happens. Hopefully, I'm sure I won't fall into lava. Fingers crossed at least. But eventually they'll land here, which I may have to fix up where they land, but that doesn't matter too much for the moment. I'll just get rid of this chest because I'm pretty anxious to test this thing out. So hopefully it works. So if I build this up like this, and then put a little bit of a there we go, and then bit of a cut off here actually. It might have to be one level lower because I think it was only 22 high. So if I go like this and then put that on there, and then we can go in there. Cool. So now all I've got to do is I'll just light this area up here so monsters can't spawn in here, and then I think I should be able to just delete these torches and we might see some action. So let's see what happens. This could get pretty hectic, especially if they start spawning while I'm still in here. So here we go. Oh man. Oh jeez. Wow. Wow. And I haven't even closed the area off yet. That'd be right. Doesn't sound like me. Right, so we've got our first victim, and you'll see that he's flowing up there right now. That's cool. But there's seems to be a problem with them falling off at this stage. They're only falling off at the back. So I think that's something to do with the fall is too great, so the monsters aren't completely dumb and aren't going to fall down there. So I'm not exactly sure how to fix that up. I might have to do another little bit more research, but hopefully one of these guys, there you go, that one fell off, and hopefully this one will too. So we'll just watch this guy go up, and eventually we may also see them dropping down. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I stand here, we'll watch this one go up. There you go. Catch you later, buddy. See you soon. Alright, let's dare I walk in here? There we go. So can we see anything coming down? Oh wow, there we go. There it is. So I should be able to punch this guy and he dies. So it takes 3 punches. So I've got to have it a little bit lower, I think. There we go. Oh. Alright, that didn't work. So I think it's going to be a matter of just punching him 3 times, because it seems if they drop one more, they die straight away. And we don't want them to die straight away because we want to get the experience from them. but this is working pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with this at the moment, actually. So I might just dig this little bit of area out here. And so all that's left is for me to, I guess, neaten the whole area up, put some more glass in so we can see all the mobs spawning, and also maybe fix up somehow making them fall off this edge. I'm not exactly sure how I'll achieve that. So here's another one. And I think all you'd have to do is just stand here and let your Minecraft game run for a couple of, I don't know, little while. And then you just be able to simply go up to them and just punch them. And you should be able to kill them. Look at that. Also a good source of rotten flesh if you're after some of that. There we go, look at that. But the other reason why I was making this was because I thought zombies still drop feathers, but turns out they don't. So it's just going to be an experienced mob grinder, and also a bit of food supply as well. I wouldn't mind finding a skeleton spawner and setting up the same thing so I can get some more arrows, because I really want to start getting some arrows, because the main reason I did this was because I thought I would be able to get some feathers to make some more arrows. That's not going to work well, is it? But anyway, that pretty much wraps up this episode. Thanks for watching anyway. Let me know what you thought, and if there's any way I can improve this, or how I can make the monsters fall off the sides here. I'm not exactly sure how to fix it up, but I'll definitely neaten the whole thing up and then give you a look, maybe in the next episode. Anyway, guest you here. Peace!